whole human race can be an entrepreneur, period. Hello loves, welcome back, and today I want to talk about how I want to start having fun again with social media. So I started blogging. I had a blog eons ago, and when I had it, it was because I wanted to get out of my comfort zone in writing. So I was like, okay, doing this, having this platform will force me to write. And I wasn't even thinking about making money out of it. It was just literally because I was not confident in my writing ability that I was like, okay, I'm going to have a blog, don't tell anyone about it, and then I will get better at writing, and then when I'm confident, I would tell people about it, and then all of that. And I blogged for a really long time, really enjoyed it, and then Instagram and social media started, and then now it's no longer, it's fun, but it's a different fun because you're also thinking about how can you monetize anything and everything you do, because the dream to be your own boss is everyone's dream. Everyone wants to work for themselves, but the reality of it, the whole human race can be an entrepreneur, period. An entrepreneur needs employees. And some people honestly just want to work and get a paycheck, go home and spend time with their loved one. Not everyone wants to spend daily hours trying to figure out where their next check is, because when you're an entrepreneur, until you've made it to a certain level, you're literally working from paycheck to paycheck. In a different instance, it's just like if your gig finishes, you have to figure out your next gig. A lot of freelancers is in that aspect. Is like whenever they finish a job, now they have to think of their next job. Like they start thinking of their next job like in the middle of the job they're doing, just because they need to figure out how they're gonna like keep themselves sane. And a lot of people don't talk about that. A lot of people talk about, oh, you get to work, you get to be your own boss, you get to do all of that. And like for me, I have never worked in an office setting, so I envy people that literally know when the next check is coming, because as an entrepreneur, you have to literally bankroll yourself for like 6 months just in case you don't get work for 6 months, because maybe it's end of the quarter and marketing budgets are tight and people are not spending money as much as they used to do early in the year. So you have to be prepared just in case something happens. And that's the reality of it. And so with social media, any new platform you start, you think, okay, how can I monetize this? Which lead to you having this focused and need on numbers, and it becomes such a big factor of everything you do, even when you don't want to. Even if you just want to like have fun with it, you can't, in the back of your mind, because you know that you can make money off of it, you know that you can like profit off of it. In the back of your mind, you're also creating for something that can go viral, something that people can relate to, something that you can build an audience, therefore you can monetize those audience. And I think so often influencers want to talk, oh, numbers doesn't matter, numbers matters, period. Let's be real, let's not say numbers doesn't matter, it matters. It's a very important factor. Numbers determines how much you make. Number determines the kind of brand deals you get. Number determines a lot of things. It's when you get to a certain level of audience is when number doesn't matter. But if you're starting an online presence and you're trying to make that into a brand, numbers matters. Yes, you have people say that you can be making deals at 2,000 followers, which is true, it's possible, but also it's easier to make a really big deal when you have 100K or you have 1 million followers. And so I think influence, we should accept the number does matter, and when a platform changes its algorithm, because we have no control over how that happens, affects us and we get upset, we get annoyed. And this is for me to remind myself why I started creating. It wasn't necessarily to grow an audience, it wasn't necessarily to make money. I created because I wanted to learn a new skill and I wanted to master that new skill, which led to other amazing opportunities from it. But my reasoning to create was never to monetize my blogging, was never to monetize Instagram. I was basically, I'm like, I suck at writing, I want to get better at this, and this will force me to get better at it. And so I don't really know where this is going. This is kind of freeform talking, but the basic idea I am trying to say is I want to have fun again creating. Because I think as much as we want to say number doesn't matter, it does. So whenever you make an amazing content and then Instagram decides your content isn't worthy because maybe the time you posted it wasn't a good time, or people didn't see it and people didn't engage it, it just like pushes that content below. And then you see other people that are doing as well, or people that are buying fake engagement, and that affects your ego a little bit because you're like, well, I'm gonna do it the right way. Not everyone does it the right way. That is just the nature of the game. You can't get mad at someone playing the game a little different than you. You just gotta keep going. So basically the whole point of this random tangent is let's all start to have fun again creating. Like, I miss the time when you went on Instagram and you saw so many different people just making something amazing and just something so different. I feel like now whenever I go on, especially Instagram, I see so many girls that look current copy of the same person. Like, they look exactly the same as the rest of the girls on my feed, because the reason they look the same is they see a girl do something and her stuff is killing it, her stuff is bomb, it's just boom, and then everyone starts copying what she's doing because, oh, it's working for her, let's emulate, let's copy what she's doing, let's try to be inspired by her, which leads to them just being a bunch of carbon copy of the same aesthetic. And I just miss when Instagram was just people creating different things. And for me, I just want to start having fun with Instagram again. I want to start having fun with social media. I just want to have fun creating, because I think it's been a really long time where I just enjoyed the process of creating without honestly thinking about the number or thinking about the impact or thinking about like what I'm trying to get from what I'm creating, because everything, it's like, okay, how can I make something that people can enjoy? And so yeah, that was a stupid rant. But yeah, that was it. I don't know if this made sense. I don't know if I'm gonna post this. But yeah, basically the point is social media is meant to be social, and I think so often we have forgotten that social media is meant to be social. It's not just a business, it's a place you're supposed to create a community. And you can create a community while still making money. You can create a community while being your individualist self without having to be a carbon copy of someone else's content. So for me, I want to remind myself that, so that like when Instagram tanks a content I make, I don't get a little bit upset. And then when a content I make does really well, I don't get super excited, because at the end of the day, I have no control, honestly, on how well or bad my content does, because I can post literally the same photo all in a row and they'll all do differently depending on the time, day, and other things and other factors that I have no control over. So let's just have fun, and I'll see you next time.